Hello guys, this is Spicy and this is a review on the Bandai ROBOT Damashii or Robot Spirits Pacific Rim Uprising Side Jaeger Titan Redeemer. This figure was released in February 2018, rated for ages 15 and up. ROBOT Damashii is part of the Tamashii Nation of action figures by Bandai. And take a look at the box right here. You have the insignia for Titan Redeemer. And here's the back of the box. Titan Redeemer, built for brute force and armed with a seismic morning star. Titan Redeemer is a walking wrecking ball of the new fleet. Includes Scrapper Jaeger minifigure and has over 24 points of articulation. This one is distributed by Bandai America Incorporated. Here's the UPC. You can find this figure now at Toys R Us in the United States for $29.99 US. Now you can also get this from Bluefin distribution, and for the same price. This one just don't have the Bluefin distribution sticker on it. I think Bluefin is also getting the rest of the wave, such as the Obsidian Fury, Saber Athena, and even the Kaiju. So anyway, this one is $230 in the ROBOT Damashii line. This line's been going on for a long time. ROBOT Damashii is part of the Tamashii Nation, which makes robot-related action figures. And this line has many different franchise in it, such as Gundam, Gurren Lagann, other super robots, and stuff like that. So it's not just specifically developed for the Pacific Rim Uprising movie. Anyway, ROBOT Damashii figure normally runs around $50, 50 US dollars, because they're really considered premium, high quality figures. Now the reason why these figures are only around $30 because Bandai did actually cut some corners. And if you've seen my Bracer Phoenix review, you can see the reason why it's only around $30. So anyway, I'll talk about some more. But anyway, let's talk about the rest of the packaging. So the packaging is actually really designed very nicely, just like the SH Figure Art and the other ROBOT Damashii line of figures. Basically, the figures and all its accessories are sandwiched between two of these plastic parts, so you don't have to worry about like wires and cables and stuff like that. Just make the figure look very cheap. This is pretty nice quality packaging. And we also have the insert for the back right here. Pan Pacific Defense Corps. Very nice. And very simple instruction sheet right here in both Japanese and English. Obviously this is the North American release, so it has like 2 languages. I don't know if they're gonna have Spanish instructions when these are released in Mexico, but I'm assuming that they should, right? Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. Here is the Scrapper Jaeger minifigure. No idea what this thing is. It has no articulation whatsoever and no paint application whatsoever. I have no idea what it is. It's the sculpt work is very nicely done, but yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can say about it without seeing what this thing is in the movie. So I hope it's more than one colors. Yeah. Anyway, and then we also have the option hand right here. Now this one's actually a little bit surprising. This thing is molded in this marbly green shiny metallic plastic, and then they just painted over it with this gray metallic paint. So yeah, they did put some paint into this figure specifically, but it's still not a lot of paint. Anyway, it's a quality figure when you can stand on 1 feet. It's once again, Bandai continued the tradition on these very nicely made ROBOT Damashii figures. They're very solid. They feel like a quality figure. All the sculpt work, all the panel lines are very nicely sculpted in. Yeah, it's like a mixture of hard and soft plastic, so it's very solid. Anyway, yeah, this is definitely like an action figure, a full-on action figure that you can give to a kid, and they can, put in dynamic poses, play around with it without worrying the legs or the arms or the head will come off or the figure will fall apart into pieces and stuff like that. The only concern here is the hands. Now, the ROBOT Damashii are very well known for this issue. I have seen many of the ROBOT Damashii figure having the hand joint, broken clean off right here. So my recommendation is when you're gonna swap out the hand, basically what you want to do is slowly work the hand into the ball joint. That way, you prevent this joint from breaking. Yeah, if you break this part, you'll be in the world of hurt. It's actually a really, really difficult part to repair. But anyway, that's the only issue. Everything else is very solid. Now, as you can see, there's almost no paint application whatsoever. I think the only paint application is this piece right here. Anything that you see that's kind of like a metallic gray, I think is painted in. So the back of the calves are painted in. The back of the, I guess the section is painted in. I think this part is probably painted in. And the rest are just two different colors of plastic. Yeah. Oh, and also right here. And this is actually not very well done. Right here, this is kind of transparent. But it's made in China. That's an unfortunate side effect of made in China products. Yeah. And now, if this was made in Japan, I think it would be much, much higher quality. But anyway, that's beside the point. So overall, it's a very nice figure. Looks very solid. Very, just feel like a quality figure. And let's talk about the articulation. So let's start with the feet right here. The feet is on the double ball joint. One ball joint inside the calves and one on the feet. So you can rotate that 360. You can move it back and forth. Pretty nice. You can put in a lot of dynamic poses without worrying about it falling apart. These joints are very, very solid. We have the double jointed knee right here. Again, very solid joint. We have the thigh cut right there. You can rotate that. Very nice. Also, once again, double jointed, double ball joint. One in the hip and one in the feet. One in the leg or the thigh. And you can actually move that out a little bit and rotate the leg all the way up like that. All the way back like that. So that's pretty nice. Alright, I think you can maybe move this down a little bit and actually no, yeah, I tried. It doesn't work. I was hoping that you can move this down and bring the leg out further so you can do a straight kick. But I think this is as far as it's gonna go due to the way the hip section is sculpted. Now on the back here, you can actually remove this section right here, and that reveals the peg hole, and then you can use the Damashii action stand or something to connect this to it. Or if you don't want to spend money, too much money on a stand, you can actually use the Gunpla action base 4 and 5. Yeah, it just pegs right in, and then you can use that. And those things are very cheap. They're like $7, but you do have to assemble them. There's no waist articulation, but we do have chest articulation. It's on the double ball joint, so you can move the chest forward like so. Move it back, a little side to side, side to side, and then you can rotate that. Yeah, you can rotate 360, so that's a little bit unfortunate. And yeah, this is my only issue with the ROBOT Damashii figures, is the way the hands are connected. And I have problems with almost every single figure. It doesn't matter if it's like a Jaeger or a Gundam and stuff like that. They all have that issue with the hands. So anyway, let's talk about the head. So the head sits on the ball joint. You can rotate that 360. I think the neck, the part of the neck is on a hinge. It might be a ball joint, but without taking the figure apart, I don't know. I can't really tell. But yeah, you can move the head forward like that. You can look up, down, maybe. No, you can't really look down. You can look side to side, no problem. Very nice. And the shoulders, once again, on this double ball joint. So you can move that back and forth like that. And you can lower it. You You can rotate that back and forward. You can bring it out. This piece right here is a soft rubbery plastic, so yeah, you can actually bring the arm almost perpendicular. Almost, because this thing does push the arm back down a little bit. Then we'd have the bicep swivel, very nice. Now the elbow are double jointed, but this piece here gets in the way, so you can't really get the whole over 90 degrees. I think this is as good as you're gonna get. Yeah, I tried to bring it up, but no, nothing happens. And now a little bit unfortunately with this figure is that I didn't know they didn't design this. They designed this line the way they designed this line. I guess they didn't have compatibility or interchangeability in mind, because I was looking at pictures online of the Bracer Phoenix, the figure that I reviewed before this one, and it had this weapon too. But unfortunately, the way this thing is designed, it's not interchangeable, because this is like a peg that goes into the forearm. And if you've seen my review on the Bracer Phoenix, yeah, they both hand have the ball joint system. So unless you want to modify your figure, you're not going to be able to interchange their accessories. And once you modify it, it's you won't have the ability to put the hands back on. So it's going to be an issue. But this is actually a really nice weapon. I mean, you can extend it and turn it into a mace, or you can just collapse it, stick it into the arm, and you have a very nice rotating drill, Morning Star mace kind of weapon. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the only thing that's really disappointing is the paint applications and like just overall lack of painted details. I mean, we got some prints here, but on the back of the figure, there's absolutely nothing at all. So yeah, but you do get what you pay for. You don't expect, if you expect like a full paint job, be prepared to pay around $50 to $60 for something of this quality. But yeah, I think it's a smart move by Bandai by cutting costs and still giving us, a very, very solid figure overall. And I think that's pretty much it. Now, some of you have been sending me emails about wanting to get more details on the Bracer Phoenix, so I'm going to show you guys a box. So yeah, you can see each Jaeger all have individual insignias and different style, names. You can see they use like a different font. And let's see, the Bracer Phoenix bio is right here actually. A Mark V brute that can still run with the 6s. Bracer Phoenix shoots from the chest with a centrifugal vortex cannon that is as spectacular as it is deadly. So it's got the rear vortex cannon parts also included. Yeah, I went over that 24 piece of articulation, and that's it. So, all right. So let's compare this guy to the Bracer Phoenix. He's a little bit taller than the Bracer Phoenix, as you can see. Yeah. And how do these ROBOT Damashii figure compare to other ROBOT Damashii? Well, I don't have my 00 Gundam anymore, but let's compare this to 1/144 scale high-grade Gunpla. As you can see, this is a Zaku 1. And I think they're in the same scale, maybe. Although, robots from Pacific Rim are significantly larger than mobile suits in Gundam. I mean, this guy is probably like a size of like maybe a 20-story building. Well, this guy, like a Zaku, is probably like a size of a 5-story building. So you can't really compare. But anyway, these are very solid figures, and I definitely recommend picking these up. I'll be reviewing the rest of the line this weekend. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys find the information helpful. And, hope you guys are excited for the movie, because I am. So, thanks for watching.